Hello, my name is Lara Schaeffer, and I have been an educator and mentor all of my adult life. My majority 28-year career was in education at the high school level. I loved almost everything about this work, especially the students, but it came with substantial challenges. Of course, teaching is simply hard work, but I now know I face challenges within my life that don't affect others. I also felt very, very different from others, no matter what scene or setting I was in. It turns out that I am autistic, something that I did not know until I was in my 25th year as a teacher. The discovery came soon after my only child was found to be autistic when she was 15 years old. With my daughter's identification, but especially with my own, I was first in disbelief, but not about the fact that we are autistic. While the news in both of our cases came as a complete surprise to me, I quickly learned that autism accounts for the many differences that my daughter and I have relative to other people in general, and which have been consistent at all different ages and phases of our lives. It accounts for many of the gifts that we both have, and also accounts for the substantial challenges we both experience, ones which are distinct from those of non-autistic people. The disbelief, instead, came because, for the entire life of my daughter, and of myself from college years onward, I've repeatedly made requests for help and searched for answers to some of our challenges, on about a dozen occasions for each of us, all sincere, serious, earnest attempts at various stages of our lives. Autism is currently understood so little by society and even most educational and healthcare professionals that it took my daughter reaching a crisis point and my own persistence to find first her truth and then my own. Autism is currently highly misunderstood, with false perceptions and misconceptions very common. Societal understanding of autism has not at all kept up with its growing realities. Those realities include not only what being autistic really means, they also include that with the understanding of autism increasing and accurate knowledge about it easier than ever to find, the late identified autistic population is growing. More people are now able to realize that their autism was missed when they were children and to discover for themselves how their autism affects them. In doing so, they can finally understand themselves and can begin to make changes and improvements to their lives, which decrease stress and unpleasant experiences and increase their comfort and enjoyment of life. I knew instinctively, and it has been proven repeatedly to me in the last 5 years, that if this happened to me, to us, then there are undoubtedly others in the same position we had been. Being autistic brings all sorts of challenges, many due to the fact that the vast majority of society is not autistic, and that most don't truly understand autism. But living as an autistic individual without even realizing it is even harder, because you have no explanation, no realization even, that your experiences are unique and are connected to differences in your brain relative to most other people. And that is why I turned my educational focus to helping society understand autism better, to helping newly identified and currently unidentified autistic people recognize their own differences, and to allowing non-autistic people better understanding of autism so that they can be compassionate players and fellow citizens in society shoulder to shoulder with the autistic people they interact with. This course, Uncovering Autism, serves both of those roles, to educate both non-autistic and autistic people. Within this course, we will be referring to autism as a neurotype, not a disease. It is our belief that autism is a naturally occurring variation in humanity and is nothing to be fixed, avoided, or ashamed of. If more people were more aware of what autism actually is, we think more people would realize the validity of that position. We encourage you to share what you learn and discover with others. We also encourage you to use the pieces of information and the realizations they bring you to help contribute to a world which better recognizes autism for what it really is, and a world that is more understanding, accepting, and kind to autistic people.